Good morning. Happy Saturday. Today's live is going to be with Talina, and we're going to be painting snowflakes together. Snowflakes is a prompt for Traces with Palacios. I see Talina right now. Let's see if she can join. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Let's see. It works. Good morning, Talina.
Hey,
Oh, we're
Hayla.
starting with our face. Let me try.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can start on paper. Hold on.
Okay. I was like, I wasn't quite set up for this. Oh, you got your black
I
color.
got my black paper.
I've seen you do a few paintings with it before, so I knew you had it in the back of my mind. I thought
Yes, I did. And I only did like I think a couple of like bookmarks with it, so I have tons.
this works out. So I thought it'd be really cool for us to do snowflakes in a similar kind of loose style, but then you could see the differences on white and black.
Yes, sounds
Mhm.
amazing. I love the idea.
All right. You have Stonehenge, and I've got paper that I got on Black Friday, Tumuarta. It's pretty good. It says it's 100% cotton paper, not too expensive.
Is it like very thick?
It is pretty thick, yeah. It's not by any means like an Arches quality or anything like that, but I've used more heavily textured paper than this, but it's got a nice texture to it.
Nice.
Oh.
I found with these papers like they're thick, they're nice too,
Mm.
but when I wanted to do crafts, remember that sometimes I do like envelopes, it
Yes.
breaks, like
Oh.
when I fold it.
Hmm.
So I think I could only do like bookmarks with it.
Interesting. Okay, that is good.
Yeah.
As far as color, I thought it would be fun to do a mix of matte and metallics. So
Right.
one that
Oh,
I
I saw your post, so I
yeah,
got my metallics out.
awesome. So I used some KMS metallic, and it's super shiny in person, but always so difficult to photograph. I think it's probably
No,
easy.
but it does look shiny, like you got it
Yeah,
right.
when I'm moving it.
Yeah.
Hello, Anita. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I see so many familiar faces, and it's so early. So thank you first, Talina, for joining me so early in the morning.
No, thank you. It's so fun. Like it's been so long.
I know you were one of my first lives ever that I did way back when,
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
and it's been a while since we've been together.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to this.
Yeah, same. And you're going to be painting with Bindi, so I want to hear more about that and your art therapy that you're going to be doing together. So should we start painting and
Sure.
chat? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was thinking because I'm going to paint on black, I'm going to use these, they're like, I don't know how to describe it. They're white knights.
Hmm.
They're watercolor, but they're really opaque.
Yeah, it almost looks like
Um,
man.
as if it was like wash, but it's watercolor, but it paints a bit like wash
Hmm.
because they're pastels, I think.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah. So nice creamy.
Yeah.
And then I was doing some quick like color combos before we went live, like in the last 5 minutes. Let's just together. Let's probably try them all.
Awesome.
So I'm going colorful today.
Okay. Oh,
The
do you want to show them like the idea you had, the pattern?
Yeah, I don't have it printed out with me, but
I
I was
don't have it either. It's
imagination
okay. We'll wing it.
flakes. But yeah, we were just thinking like two or three, big snowflakes. Um, and yeah, we'll just wing it. We'll see how we both go about painting a snowflake. So join us in your style as well. Paint along with one of us or both of us, whatever you'd like to do. This is just
Hey, good morning, everybody.
a very relaxed,
Awesome.
very happy session here.
Yes. Okay. How do I start?
I'm gonna pick a big spot in the bottom left so that I don't smear things. So I'm gonna start this way. Um, and I guess you could start like with an X and then do your crosses. That's kind of the structure that I do it, and then do the little
Okay.
details around. Um, for this one, I'll go with the big pink one. So that's what I'm gonna start with.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna follow your lead.
Oh, nope.
Like I'm really bad when I'm not looking at a reference.
Oh, okay. I'm really bad when I am looking at a reference. Perfect. So as long as you commit to this nice loose style, then it's going to look good.
Yeah.
So something around 4, that's just the smallest one I have. I know you were just posting about your detail brushes. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I have some detail
that,
brushes here. They're different sizes.
oh, okay.
I'm not big on detail, but I like to give the impression of detail.
I mean, I still remember I think it was a peony. You were doing this layered, this was a while ago, maybe a year ago, I don't even remember, but it stuck with me. It was gorgeous. And just seeing every layer that you did with it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know which one you mean. I liked it a lot too, and I haven't been able to paint one like that since. It's just that yeah, I'm not good at detail. I
Uh,
don't have the patience or the time, you know?
oh, I know. Okay. So speaking of the time, you finally found the time to paint with Bindi.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
more about
It's
that.
just, I don't know. I took a long break. I got back to work, and it was just, it's hard to do work and do this as well because I mean, I enjoy this so much and I like spending time on it, but I'm not a good multitasker. So I had to stop painting for a bit just to like settled, I got my routine going for work and everything. And I think I'm settled now. So I thought, you know what? I can make time for this.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So I'm back.
Nice. I'll say you were missed. You definitely.
Because I mean, I continued painting. I painted at night, like,
Uh-huh.
while my husband watched the series and I sat down and paint. But I wasn't posting anymore. And then I got a call from Binti and she was like, why have you disappeared? It's like, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm back. I hope I'm back for good because I really enjoy this.
Yeah, for me, it's not just painting, but painting with friends, painting
Yeah,
with
exactly,
like,
exactly.
seeing what everybody else is up to that we started painting with and all of that, and seeing everybody's growth. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's a shared love, you know? And I don't know, I like that, it just makes it bigger.
Plus, just painting with color is just so nice to unwind. You paint at night when you have your time. I paint after work. It's like one of the first things I do after work. I come home, I kind of let the day go,
Yeah,
any stress, anything that I'm thinking about, and then I just have my time.
absolutely. And it's something, I don't know, like, especially when you're stressed and all of that, like you come here to paint and it's like it's all about this, like the figure, the water flow. I don't know, it's just it takes you to a good place.
Yes, and uh, loose watercolors specifically, I feel like,
Exactly, yeah.
oh, there's you can do it without intention sometimes and just let it go, and it will create something beautiful.
Yes.
Sometimes it
And you
takes.
know what? For me, like it definitely made me think like of other aspects of my life because here there's no like big consequences if you're painting in watercolor, you know?
Mhm.
Like you mess up, it's fine, you fix it or don't fix it or just move along and stuff. And it for example, like, at least for me, like it got me thinking of, in life metaphors, like what would happen if I were, like this loose, or what would happen if I was less afraid of making mistakes, stuff like that. For me, it's been like truly therapeutic, especially when we were like during the lockdown and stuff when I first started painting.
Hmm.
Like it just helped me through, and I think it keeps helping me through. I don't
I
know.
I so agree with that. Yes, and this little community that we have here also helps. Um,
No,
you know,
especially like I think the art community here is like everybody is so supportive. And like all the comments you get, it's like, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's like so positive all the time.
mhm.
It's like it would be so great if we were like that outside.
Yes, no, I agree. There's a lot of inspiring each other. Everything is always like, please take what I did, use it
Exactly.
to help yourself, use it to connect, all of that
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, it's more, and it's all about like the collaboration, as you say. Like it's not competition, it's collaboration. Like we're helping each other.
That's why I love doing these challenges with Tracy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult. It is a challenge to come up with something every day, especially with our 25-day challenge
Oh,
that
yeah.
right. It was funny because
Absolutely.
we did it with each other. It started out with okay, let's do a challenge. Our usual is let's do a 2-week challenge. Week one is a
Right.
theme, week two is a theme. And then we're like, well, let's do something festive. Let's sort of do a countdown. Maybe it's 12 days, right? And we pick 6 themes and you have 2 days to do it, something very relaxed. And then we just came up with so many ideas to fit into those 12 days. We're like, no, we have to go big. Let's just,
Oh no, let's do all of them.
and it's like, well, we're 1 day away. Let's just do 25.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's a challenge after all.
Exactly. It's exactly. And then it's always with the caveat of if you have time and don't push yourself. And if you want to and you can, definitely do it. And be kind to yourself if you miss a day and just don't have time, right? Because life comes in the way of art sometimes, and we just have to accept that.
Yeah,
It'll be
absolutely.
there the next day, or
Yeah.
just just
Yeah, the
wait.
paper's not rushing you, right?
Right.
It's just there waiting for you.
I see Bindi. There she is.
Oh, hey, Bindi.
Suzanne, happy holidays to you. Sharon's here. I just realized I should probably scroll through some of our messages. We're chatting away here. Yes, Bindi says we push each other. And we all believe in motivating people. And yes, Bindi mentioned her watercolor wellness club at school. They decided to do art as therapy sessions. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, Bindi, like, she's always a teacher in my life. So, as you can see, I need to rely on somebody.
That's me. And I teach something so different during the day. So for me, it's like electron configuration at work. And but now I'm finding ways to incorporate art within that. Um,
Really? Oh, that's so amazing.
well, next week we're talking about ionic bonding, which
Uh-huh.
some people will say that sounds very boring.
No, just hard.
What we could do is we could make snowflakes. So we're going to look at the crystals that we can grow, and it'll turn out to be like a little ornament, pipe cleaners, that type of stuff. But we can talk about it in more detailed conceptual terms, but we have some fun while doing it. So a little bit
Oh,
of
wow.
science.
Well, that sounds awesome. I'm sure, it'll be easier for them, like when you put it like that, right? It gets visual
Yeah,
and hands-on as well.
we did a whole lab on light. So we got to see some elements glow. So you're thinking neon lights. Neon lights are only a reddish color. So all the other glowing neon lights, they're made from other elements. So we had fun with that.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. What grade do you teach?
I teach high school, so I do have freshmen all the way through juniors.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you probably have them like super engaged with all of this. Like you're mixing stuff.
That's the goal always. You can't have a bored teenager.
No, no. That's so awesome.
That blue really pops on that paper. I'm
I
admiring.
know, like it was an experiment, and I loved how these pop, as you say. They're it's probably like the white in them, the pastel in them.
Mhm.
Don't know. But yeah, I really like how these work on watercolor, this black paper. Oh well, you were asking the art session with Bindi. It's
Mhm.
just that when I came back, like I had a different idea, because I went through, I don't know, I've been going through some, soul searching. But and I wanted to do something different, because pain pivots. So I was going through a bit of a crisis myself, like, um, what do I want to do? Like I realized that I didn't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I've been trying to help friends like do what they want to do. And then when we're, asking questions, having those conversations, it kind of struck me like we honestly don't, well, not everybody, but some people like me don't really know
Mhm.
what you want. Um, and it's because you're in this like hustle, like you're running all day, you're doing all these things you think you have to do, or you think you want to do and stuff, but at the end of the day, like you feel like you've been running on a treadmill, like you're
Yeah.
going nowhere. And I thought, we don't take the time to know what we really want. Um, you don't ask yourself like the right questions. Um, so I thought, I'll make this exercise. So I took ideas from different places and tried to build something. And I made this guide that made you sit down and find out what you really want instead of what you think you want. Because like it's not the same that you feel like something to actually want it. Because when you truly want something, like the pain doesn't hurt, if you know what I mean. Like you're willing to do whatever it takes,
Mhm.
and you're not put down easily because it's what you truly want. But if you do how you feel, like you get dismotivated easily because, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And it was all about that. So I was going back and forth with Bindi, but I mean, then I realized, you know what? I haven't healed. Like I can't tell, I can't give tips to people because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Work on you first. Yeah.
So, what, I'll stick to painting. Um, but why don't we like do some artist therapy session, like help people tune in more to what, they're themselves, just to figure out themselves. Because I think we have like all these external things popping into, like jumping into our feed. Although I have to say, like my feed is all watercolors, so I'm happy with that. uh, but you get all these other external ideas and people, like not people, but media or stuff or whatever, like telling you like you need this to be happy or you need that to be happy, and it's not true for everybody. So
Mm.
just like to learn to be more in tune, or to, yeah, just to be more in tune, because you can't really, I mean you can't, but not really, like block out the world. You can't.
Right. Yeah.
um,
Whether you
but
want,
then you need to learn to listen to yourself better. Do you know what I mean?
I do, and I think it goes very well with watercolor to have something that you're doing while you work through that, something that you don't have to be thinking about, something that you can do. Yes.
Yeah, so we were thinking something like that for tomorrow's session. I don't know if it'll be like that profound. It'll be more, I guess, like letting it out, or just letting it flow a bit.
Yeah,
Just hearing yourself.
I like that. It's very true that you get stuck in your routines. The days go by and you're doing the same thing for the most part. Um, Bindi says, I always say watercolor teaches you to let it go. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
So something like that. But I'm hoping, like, I still have that hope that I can come up with something that can help, like, not lose yourself in the process. Because, I mean, routines are fine when routines are leading you to where you want to be.
Hmm.
But if they're not, like, it's,
Hard to
you know,
get.
it's, yeah.
Mhm. And I like that we're kind of painting at the same pace too.
Yeah.
I tend to paint fast, but when I have to do little details like the little pieces of the snowflake, I'm realizing that this is slowing me down in a nice way.
Yes. Yeah. And you
Like,
would think like snowflakes are simple, it'll be faster,
no.
but I think it's enjoyable. So we're not in a hurry.
Yeah, you could for these you could keep adding smaller and smaller detail, little dots, something. You can make this as detailed as you want. Or
Yeah,
even the simple ones are very beautiful.
totally.
Karen says painting helps me to focus my mind, which seems to help to relax also. Hmm.
Definitely. Oh, and I was reading about the I haven't obviously I haven't mastered it, like breath work. So apparently there's these like breathing exercises. So you just sit down and breathe for however long you able to. And that they say that the benefit of this is to learn to focus your mind. Like that's the obviously like slow you down and de-stress and stuff, but it helps you focus or
Yes.
to learn. It's like training your mind to focus. And I was thinking like watercolor and painting is definitely that, you know,
Oh,
because
one.
when you're painting, you're painting. Like you're not focusing on other stuff. So it's definitely you're training your mind to focus in a very non-stressful way. Like you don't even realize it, but you're super focused. And for a very long time, like if your painting is, you know, I mean, when we're doing like this live and we're painting this, it'll be like what, 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And you were focused on this. So it's like a brain exercise almost.
It is almost language learning, right? Because your muscles are working towards remembering something, even if you're not focusing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome though. I didn't know about that language thing you said.
yeah, yeah. Learning a language is one of the best things we can do for our brains. You might think, as you're older, I can't do that anymore, right? It becomes difficult, but it's still excellent for making those connections in your brain.
Right. You're adding little dots.
I am doing some little metallic dots at the little junctures.
Ooh. Let me take out my metallics.
I just thought
Ta-da.
I'm interested in what this would look like on the angle. I can't really see what the metallic is doing at the moment, but I think that would look pretty cool.
Yep.
Something very magical about something sparkly.
I know. I wonder what that is. But we all love something that shines, right?
I have to use my light to see which ones did I miss, which ones don't have a. Oh, there we go. A wildflower at heart. I've been ill with chronic illness for years, and painting has helped regulate my nervous system and has been huge in helping me heal.
Oh, wow.
Mm,
That's pretty amazing.
it is. My mom has fibromyalgia, and she was an artist using oil painting for many years. And when I started painting with watercolor, she did as well. And she thought, she can't sit and do that for very long without pain. But it was an activity she could do a little bit longer without pain. So there was something there that helped her as well.
Oh, wow. It's amazing. Like you don't realize like something so simple can do so much.
Mhm. Okay, work on my blue one.
Oh, I met this girl on Instagram. She started painting watercolors while she was on the hospital. Like she was in the hospital for a year or
Oh,
something like that because she was I think she had leukemia and then she got some other bacteria and stuff. And she started painting watercolor like and she said it just, it stopped me from going crazy at the hospital. It's like, oh, that's amazing. I wonder what other color. I used blue and pink. Should I do a green? I don't know if I should do a green.
I used my gray and silver for that one.
You used a, oh, yeah, I have a gray. Let's take that gray out.
Sharon says, just watching painters paint is therapeutic for me. I
It
love
is though, like watching the strokes.
it. Yes. It definitely lights up my brain.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever figure out like this whole odd number thing? Um, because they, in composition, they tell us like use odd numbers, like three flowers or five, yada yada. Do you know why that is?
I've always heard that.
Yeah, I have no idea what's
I
the
think
like the theory behind it.
it might have to do with symmetry is something that we look for in our brains always, right? You look for the other half. And when you are breaking symmetry, it is something interesting. It tickles our brain a little bit, right?
Oh,
Uh,
oh wow.
at
You're
it,
you're a scientist.
I,
That's so amazing.
yes.
That makes so much sense.
Let us know if you've heard something similar down there. I want to know. I don't
Oh
think
wow.
I do believe I've read that before because I've had people comment on that too about something about your rule of odds and I've started doing it subconsciously. Just oh, this looks good. This looks good, and it happens to be a 3 or it happens to be a 5. Uh,
Oh wow.
so I don't right. I did not plan this in advance. Really, I'm just like 3 sounds like a good number to have to fit on the page, even though you'd think 4 corners or try and make it even. I've started thinking, I guess, like an artist.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I think, when you were talking about like science and stuff, and like
Mhm.
I've heard like mathematicians, and I'm sure it applies to scientists as well. Like they have such an artistic mind as well, because like, I don't
You-
remember, it was art, music, and math or something. Like
Yes,
it's a similar thing.
it is. The same area of your brain lights up when you're doing math music.
Wow. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, I'm ready.
But I thank you for thinking that was a plan. Speaking of thinking creatively,
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're definitely creative.
gosh,
No questions there.
I was thinking, well, I made the first one sort of look like leaves. I went very simple with the next one. So let's do something in between, something a little different. Okay, so maybe a curve the other way for the next one. Again, to break the pattern that we're doing.
Okay.
I know I saw Christine's reel on her um, Traces with Palacios, her snowflake today. So she painted snowflakes on paper and then wasn't so happy about it. So then she cut it out to make a snowflake. That was very,
Oh yeah, I saw it too. That was so funny. It was it's like, yes, we do bloopers all the time.
yeah. And now I'm sure that's going to make somebody think I'd like to do that now with intention. That was really cool. Let's make that work a little bit. How do I finish this one off? Plus, I've got to get my metallics in there, so maybe I'll do a little something with the metallic in the end.
And she probably saved somebody paper because they're gonna go, oh, okay, I'm not gonna use watercolor paper for that.
Or even messed up my snowflake painting. What do I do now? Let's do something like that. That's cool.
Okay, gonna take out a detail brush and see, just add details.
Mm-hmm.
Taking out the metallics and then just play.
Yeah. Have you been painting cards this year? Are you doing that? Handmade cards?
I haven't. I haven't made cards. I've been wanting to, but I haven't found like the right paper. Well, the paper I
Mm.
had here is too thick. What paper do you use for cards?
I actually use Strathmore watercolor cards, so I just paint right on it.
Okay.
I painted a couple yesterday. Just a coworker friend wanted a few, and I'm like, oh, I could do something simple for you. And
Oh,
so
wow, that's so nice.
on that, but on the paper, cover, don't cut it exactly perfectly even. Now I have to cut it some more. Sharon, she says she's got to go, but have enjoyed this so much and met a new friend to follow. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your day.
Oh,
So right now these are floating. Do you want to maybe make them almost like ornaments and have them go up, connect to the top? Or
yeah, yeah. Sounds
yeah,
good.
okay. They're so easy to paint with. You just yes to everything, right? How seems like a good idea. I know my friend here, Duma, the lavish brush, has been painting ornaments. Very inspiring. So I've got ornaments on the brain.
I love painting ornaments.
Okay. So for me, somehow the easiest way to paint a straight line is horizontal.
Okay.
So maybe if you pull it down to yourself, that's easier. That's just, for me, it's always easier to look across. And then that's not super straight. That's okay.
Okay, gonna do this too horizontal. That's a good idea. You have so many good ideas. I'm gonna have to flip this.
Chrome one.
That didn't. Whoops, missed the ornament. My sister said she's a psychiatrist, and she's always telling me stuff about myself that maybe I don't want to hear. So she was telling me that I have spatial dyslexia
Oh, that's
or something like that. And I mean, yeah, I can tell she's totally right. Like I'm always the person that's like, oh, go to your left, and I was like, oh, okay,
left.
I'll go right.
So you can make it into like a loop, right? You can make it like into two strings. You can,
Yeah.
yeah, that's there's ways to correct that one, but that's funny.
Oh no, you know, I do this kind of mistakes all the time in real life too. So I was, I defend my husband. He gets, a bit frustrated. So I tell him, well, I'm a problem solver because I get in problems like all the time because I get things wrong. So I'm a problem solver because I always have to solve my mistakes.
That's fun. And look at you, you were so right. You said this would probably take us a half an hour, and it's about a half an hour.
There you go. I got that right.
Yes. I can never predict how long paintings are going to take me. It's like, oh, we have a bouquet in 7 minutes. Oh, this live hour painting. I think this is really beautiful.
Yeah, and super fun. I enjoyed this so much.
We're going to have to do this again. Next time you're hosting,
Definitely.
choose it, whatever you'd like. I can't wait to paint with you again. Oh,
Yay, me too.
look at this. This deserves a frame. Let's see yours.
Here it is. Let me see if it, I don't know. Can you tell the shine? Not really.
I could see it in the blue one. Or is that the
Yeah.
green one on the
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great, but my water wasn't clean, so it's a bit blue.
That's funny. Oh, what a lovely way to start the weekend.
Yay. Totally. I enjoyed this so much.
Thanks so much for joining me, Talina. Thanks to everybody who's watching, painting along. Tag us if you paint snowflakes too. We'd love to see them. And until next time, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.